I hate this daylight savings time shit, bro.
That shit was random as fuck. I didn't even know it was daylight savings.
I thought they changed. I would say I thought it was way earlier than this. I didn't realize it was
You told
late.
me they passed the law or some shit that they said fuck
I
it.
thought they did. I guess it got passed like at a certain level and then not all the way. So
Shit.
I lied to you, man. Let you down on that.
Live on the pod too. But back again, man. Views from the Chairs podcast. I believe this is episode 100. If it's not, it's 99. But I think it's 100. The big 100.
Could be 100.
Man, we had a week off last week. A lot of shit going on. Busy guys. What you get into, man?
Well, that week off was my bad, man. I went to the Phillies game Wednesday night, and I got absolutely obliterated. And I wasn't, even though I Pedialyted it and I party packed shit and all that shit, I didn't have the drive or the energy to really chat Thursday. So week off was nice outside. I haven't been doing shit. I've been golfing, same old shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Same old shit. Phillies game's electric, though. You ever get a chance to go to the World Series game? I know they lost and shit, but 40,000 people all just fucking diehard. I'm not a diehard. I don't give a fuck. But all the rest of them, because they all spent bread to go, just really pumped the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just pumped to be there, dog. Just yelling and shit. That shit was fucking electric. Just absolutely electric. And then I forget what I did Saturday. Oh yeah, me and Bree went to a new hookah spot on Saturday up on Union Street. That shit was pretty chill and nice. And then Sunday, Big Dill and my sister Caitlin came up here. We did the little Philly tour shit. It was nice.
Nice. Yeah, I ain't get into too much. Did I have surgery the last time we was on here?
Because I think you had surgery last Monday or Tuesday, right?
So they didn't hear that. I got surgery. Went to sleep. Got put to sleep. They did the surgery.
I didn't even know they put you to sleep for that shit.
Yeah, knocked the fuck out. Leg numb and shit for about 12 hours. Was talking to one of the homies the other day and was like, I'm a recovering oxy addict. I'm about 4 or 5 days clean now. Off of the pain meds.
I was a little nervous about that.
Nah, I don't know. I wasn't nervous. I told him
the irony of you not doing any drugs ever, and then
before, I'm not doing them. They was like, you're gonna need them. I'm like, nah, I'm pretty good with my pain tolerance. I'm not gonna need them. They was like, we understand you don't want to get addicted, but you're probably gonna need these pills.
Bro, if you would have disappeared for 3 weeks and just popped up asking me for a dub, I would have been so salty, dog. How the fuck this happened so quick?
Nah, first night I was like, all right, because my the whole leg was numb basically. But I woke up and just probably the worst pain I've ever felt. I was like, fuck that. Give me the pills. Took the pills for about 3 days. Maybe took it maybe 4 days after surgery. And then it eventually stopped hurting and was off the pills. So
they reattach that shit? They sew it together? Fuse it or some shit?
They cut that shit open. They reattach it. Oddly, it makes it stronger as long as you don't injure it during the healing process.
You feel it every time you move now.
I'm barely still moving this shit. No, I'm not even really moving it. I'm moving it very, very tenderly, trying to get my range of motion back and shit. But yeah, I'm not even really moving it. But yeah, every time I do move it up, it feel like the shit is just about to pop open. So it's kind of crazy because I just got my stitches took out yesterday, I think. Yesterday or the day before, yeah. So yeah, man, just healing over here. Looking at all the crazy shit going on in the world.
Well, this is your first surgery too, right?
This is the first time I ever had to be in the hospital.
Man, you're a lucky guy.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna make it the whole life without that shit.
And that's it. So first time you got put under too.
First time put under. First time having to cast.
That's a little
first time having to miss anything because of an injury. First time having to take serious medication. All that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking, honestly.
Yeah, shit was crazy. Can't
lie. I don't like getting put under.
Honestly, you don't even know what's happening because it was crazy. I get in there, they finding my vein in my hand. luckily somehow they tell me whatever good veins is, I got good veins.
That's not good for your oxy habit.
I got good veins, and I get in there. They asking me 15 times is my left leg the right leg to do the operation on, which I'm glad they are because I was in there like, damn, what if they cut the wrong Achilles open?
So fucked, dog.
Yeah, they marking up my leg and shit. And then as they talking to me, I'm just like, oh, this shit hit me fast. And then they asked me to roll over because the Achilles on the back side of your leg. So I'm on my stomach on the bed. And by the time I turn over, I don't remember nothing else except walking out. I don't even remember getting up, putting my shoes on, none of that shit. I just remember walking out, going. Yeah. Shit was fucked up.
That's brutal, actually.
Nah, that shit was crazy. And when I tell you that shit hurt, that shit fucking hurt when that pain, that sedation wears off. And that leg, whatever the fuck they put to numb your whole leg, that shit was crazy.
Glad you made it out, man.
Yeah, man, me too.
That shit's crazy. Daylight savings happened too since we were gone. I fucking hate daylight savings.
I hate this daylight savings. This is the dumb one. This is the dumb one when it gets early or late early.
It already gets dark early naturally, right? Like it was
dark at 5 is crazy.
Dark at like 6:30 anyway.
Yeah.
Now it's dark at fucking 4 o'clock. What am I doing with that, dog?
Yeah, the sun was setting at like 3:45. I was like, this is crazy.
This is some nut shit. Like sunset's 4:45. That's so stupid.
Shit was crazy.
Nah, I hate that shit. Where you want to go? Start it off.
We talked about it. We had it was a long 2 weeks and a sad 2 weeks, man. Take off from the Migos. Passed away, sadly, in a tragic way. You want to give them the details?
I was trying to think what other rapper. I know it was PNB, but I thought it was another this year as well. I couldn't remember.
Was Dolph this year?
I think Dolph was this year.
It might have been last year.
It was close. You're right. I forgot. Yeah, Dolph too. Yeah, I mean, by now everybody probably knows that the Takeoff from the Migos got killed in Houston at Jay Prince Jr.'s birthday party. First they were saying it's over a dice game, then they said it was over a basketball argument, then they said it was a stray by his own friend, and now most people are saying it was by Jay Prince Jr.'s buddy. Obviously nobody knows yet, but yeah, a fella got hit. If you watched the video, if you didn't, good for you. It was gruesome.
It was pretty bad.
It was gruesome. It was probably just as bad as the PNB one, I would say. It was pretty bad. I mean, trying to move his body, and it looks like his fucking brains are falling out of his head damn near. And then if you know the Migos are like brothers, because I think Quavo's his uncle.
Yeah.
Just like has that moment of disbelief where he's kind of just looking at him, and then like he's like kind of screeching.
Right.
Like fuck, this is real. And he's dead. Because like at that point you could tell he was instantly dead. Like there was nothing there. I can't imagine that. I mean, I've lost a lot of people, but I can't imagine losing somebody that close directly in front of you. Like that's got to be the most helpless fucking feeling in the world.
Especially, I think, even more fucked up. Not that they more of a person because of it, but to the point where you make it to a successful state in your life or whatever you would deem successful, and at that level you get killed for something so whatever it was. Like it obviously wasn't that serious for them to die over, but
we're arguing about basketball. Our motherfuckers is just so quick, and like I guess that's what happens when money gets involved, and like everybody feels like they need to be the main one to like kind of prove whoever the breadwinner is. Like because I've been in a lot of basketball arguments. Like yeah, some of them shit's not me personally, but like basketball arguments end in shootouts every once in a while. But like when you're the net worth of the fucking 100 people there is a combined fucking 200, 300 million.
Yeah,
you would think like.
This shit ain't that serious.
Yeah, like who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who cares? Like who gives a fuck? And now that fella that seems like he was the most non-confrontational, not to say he's pussy or anything, but seems like he was the most non-confrontational, mind his own business, well liked by everybody in the industry, got a fucking headshot.
Yeah.
At 28, it seems fucking silly, bro. And we talk about this shit over and over and over again. I don't know how you change the culture of this shit of motherfuckers just killing each other over this stupidest fucking shit.
At this point, I don't even know if there's a way to stop it. I think the saddest part is we get to a point where it's like you see a rapper's name trending, you like, damn, I hope they're not dead. Like it's like that now. Like
Yeah, they good.
Rappers dying ain't no normal shit. I don't know when this shit started, but whenever it just started recently, and I guess the past 2-3 years, this shit is going 110 miles an hour. Like this shit seems like it's something new every 3-4 months. Somebody's gonna die.
It's like such fucking bullshit. Like I guess at our age, like there's a little bit more maturity and like what's important and whatnot. But like when we were younger, like you would think like, all right, like motherfuckers die. Like even back then though, it's like you're not gonna kill somebody over that kind of silly shit. Like maybe if they eat bread, maybe like over a girl, like people would do that shit. But we're arguing about fucking basketball and we're like millionaires. Like that's at the point where like I get like people don't want to get robbed and shit, but you don't have to have these fucking escalators to these situations around you.
And you're not even getting paid millions, like you said. We arguing about basketball. NBA niggas not even shooting each other over basketball, and they getting paid to do that shit. What is we doing?
And that's what I didn't even like at first. The story was like, yo, well, Quavo was getting hit for dice games. Like, bro, you know how much money these guys get a fucking shell?
I was about to say he wouldn't give a fuck how much he was losing.
Like even if he lost fucking 50, 100, 200,000, like yeah, it would hurt, but that's not the end all be all.
Baby said he lost 600K.
Yeah, like that's not the end all be all there. Like you could walk away from that situation and still be fine. So I didn't like that they like kind of painted that the way he was like so upset, and then the video comes off and it kind of sounds like he's trying to walk away from it. Like, man, fuck it, for this shit escalates.
Yeah.
Different words, but like, yo, fuck it, let me get out of here for this shit escalates. And then his fucking nephew gets hit in the head for the world to see.
Yeah.
And the first thing everybody does is start tweeting the same shit with the PMB shit. Like, motherfuckers ain't learn, they listen. First thing people do is start tweeting, blaming Quavo.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, he shouldn't have been arguing. He got mad about this. He got oh, and his mans ended up shooting and blah, blah. It's like, damn, we didn't just learn from this PMB shit to just keep our fucking thoughts to ourselves. At least keep your friend group. Like, God fucking damn.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck is wrong with people now, dog. Like, we got so, like, desensitized to crime and violence and all this shit that, like, the human race lacks fucking empathy for anybody. We don't give a fuck. Like, all this shit is entertainment. Like, motherfucking famous person dies, and that just gives us tweets and convos for a week or two. Motherfuckers don't really think about, like, how that hard. How the fuck you gonna bounce back from seeing your nephew die in front of you? Like, how do you continue to live a prosperous life with that? Or even, like, I'm sure his mom's fucking young. Like, all that shit's just sad, bro. And
he has to come. I guess he really. What? I guess he doesn't, but eventually he's going to pop his head out, and eventually he's going to talk about it. And it's like, is this shit even worth it? Do you just walk away from it at this point? Like, I just lost my nephew over this dumb shit.
And that's the shit either. I don't even know if you can talk about it because I don't think they made any arrests yet. And like, Street Stitch says like you can't really talk about it. Like, so there might never be the full story on it.
And I mean, even worse. Think of Offset not being on good terms with him.
Yeah, I was reading that they said he was on good terms with all those fellas. I guess they just weren't working together. So even with that saying, like if you're not in a group, like obviously you're not on the best terms that you were, but like it sounds like they were cordial at least, which hopefully is the case. Because that's why I don't be beefing with motherfuckers, because you really don't know when somebody's gonna die. And 9 times out of 10, that regret of living with somebody, the fact that you weren't fucking with somebody, usually over some silly shit, and they die, that's a tough break to live with.
Yeah, I think it was even, to me, it was just more like you said earlier, the quiet one, the one that's standoffish, the most out of the way one out of the group just happened to be the guy that gets hit. It's like, damn, like that shit don't make no sense.
Brutal.
No sense.
It's brutal. It's really unfortunate. I thought it was cool. I see they give the stadium for his funeral.
Yeah.
So that's it. And that, like, if you're not familiar with the Migos, which I'm sure everybody is, but like that kind of gives you an idea or scope of how fucking big they are.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, I think it's safe to say iconic group. They changed the flow of rap, cadence, ad libs, style, everything.
And it's like it's a popular thing now for everybody to tweet and say like, "Yo, Takeoff is my favorite one," blah blah. But like they've all had that stretch of where like Quavo was the number one,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody really like Offset for a while there, and then it seemed like Takeoff was getting his flowers as of recent as
Mm-hmm.
the rapper. But like it is unfortunate.
Oh, that shit's sad, man. Shit
Really,
fucked up. Feel for the families. The whole city, they probably like fuck. I don't know the last time they lost a big rapper in Atlanta, but that probably fucking sucks. And then to lose them, I think it's always even worse. I mean, it's a shitty situation, period. But when somebody dies away from home, it's like, damn,
that's exactly what I was thinking. I was
it's just like fuck, bro.
DMB shit. You get out of the fucking mucka Philly and you end up getting killed in Cali.
Yeah,
Takeoff gets out of the mucka fucking North Atlanta and gets killed at a celebrity, maybe not, but celebrity's fucking birthday party. Like these are supposed to be somewhat safe zones.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
these are supposed to be like this is the situation that you grind, put out your fucking 5,000 mixtapes to avoid, and then to fall to that same demise is just disheartening.
yeah. That shit was fucked up, man. I mean,
It is sad. Yeah, so rest in peace to Takeoff, man. That's really unfortunate.
Takeoff, man. That was a sad one. That was a sad one.
Not as big one, or I guess I shouldn't verbiage like that, but I was telling you before Aaron Carter died this week as well, or
Yeah.
last week. Aaron Carter is Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys' little brother.
He had a big song, didn't he?
He had quite a few. So like I'm not sure if like the black culture is as familiar with Aaron Carter, but Aaron Carter was famous in his own right.
Yeah, I feel like he was.
Yeah, he had Aaron's Party, fucking High Beat Chat, I Want Candy. Like he was a big like Disney teen star type. That type era. So they found his body. I want to say they found his body lifeless in his house in his bathtub.
Yeah.
With a bunch of empty air cans.
Air cans.
Yeah, like the compressed air with nitrous, I think. So I think he was doing whippets.
Damn.
That was unfortunate. And I really liked what his brother, Nick Carter, the Backstreet Boys, he put out a statement. And he said at times like this, that we all look for somebody to blame because we want to say like, yeah, this was their fault, blah, blah. And he said the only real villain here is mental illness and addiction.
Mm.
And that's what we have to combat. And I was like, that's a very mature way to look at it.
His little brother, right?
Yeah, his little brother.
Right, damn.
Which is true. And as he died, the news clips and interviews before, because he went off his rocker a little bit as he got older. They start circulating when he was younger, and he kind of talks about how his parents forced him into stardom and making him go to Canada because they didn't have child labor laws, so he could do a bunch of movies and shit in one day and all this different shit. And he realized, like, shit ain't always as good as it seems.
Right. Damn.
Shit ain't always as good as it seems. So, yeah, big death week, I guess.
Yeah, that was fucked up. I don't really know him too much, but I mean, like his brother said, I did see what his brother wrote. And I mean, yeah, mental illness is a serious issue, and
100%.
It's cliche to say it now, like, oh, I'm mentally ill, blah, 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 but that shit is serious, and people are taking their lives for that shit. So,
well, Jake used to say when he was doing the pod all the time is a lot of people don't realize is that addiction shit is a mental illness in itself.
Mm-hmm.
So as we see these people crash out and just get high, maybe we stop laughing, poking fun at them, and go, yeah, there's something deeper there.
Yeah. Say, oh, they looking bad. Yeah, they looking bad. Something wrong.
Something's the fuck is wrong there. Even shit with Kanye going off his rocker. Like, I can't be too upset with Kanye because he's got some issues. Talking like, oh, shit. Hopefully he gets right before he goes off on some shit.
Yeah, you want to speak with Kanye?
Is there more to talk about with Kanye?
Adidas taking his designs and releasing them just without the easy name. I guess apparently they got the rights to his designs and whatever already exists, and they're going to proceed with producing the product just without his name. Fair, foul, you don't give a fuck.
I think it's bullshit to the extent of like I get that you own it, but I think it's bullshit that it's still Yeezy, even though it's not gonna have Yeezy on it. So if you're gonna cancel him, Adidas, be a fucking man about it and cancel him.
Yeah.
Don't take his idea. If he's canceled, then so his product should be canceled as well.
And I'm curious to see how the product does, because I don't think I've seen it a lot, but I also thought it too when I seen the headline. And I mean, I guess what everybody's saying is we weren't buying Adidas, we was buying Yeezys. So it's like, yeah, y'all could put something out, but that don't mean we about to buy the shit Adidas.
I think they're still gonna sell.
I don't know.
Those original Yeezys come back out in different colorways and re-release. I don't think people are going, oh, the tag doesn't say Yeezy, so I'm not gonna buy it.
I think it will. I think it'll be like you gotta. Now, I'm not saying the majority of people. I'm talking about, I guess, the people that was buying it, like I said, because of Kanye. Like, that's literally a thing. Like, you ain't, if a Jordan didn't say Jordan on it, which everybody always says, or if a Skechers had a Nike check on it, people will buy it. But they won't buy it because it say got a fucking S on it.
I love that.
Same thing with the Yeezy. If it don't say Yeezy and it's just an Adidas, I'm cool.
Yeah, I love the picture that goes on social media like once every 2 years, and it puts the side by side Balenciagas and Skechers, and they're same designs.
Yeah.
Like they're very similar designs, like very similar designs.
It's the same shit. I think it's kind of corny as well. Like you said, if y'all gonna cancel them, why continue making the product?
Cancel.
It sounds like some money hungry shit that I think might flop. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know, like, because, like, yeah, they buy it because it's easy, but they buy it because, like, pop culture, they're cool. Like, they're the thing to have, and I don't know if they lose the cool factor just because his name's not. Like, if they put some new shit out that was similar to his design, which they have, and they haven't hit as well. Like, they haven't hit as well. So, but if they put out the original ones, just new colorways, and the tag doesn't say Yeezy, I feel like they still sell well. You're right, though. I don't think they'll sell to the extent. Like, they're not going to resell for 600, 700. But, like, yeah, maybe they'll become more of a available generic sneaker.
They'll definitely sell, but they will sit. Like, it ain't going to be as hard. It ain't going to sell out in 5 seconds like it used to.
Yeah, it's not going to be a big resale market on it, which apparently they're cracking down on resale anyway. Fucking Kanye, man. I guess from the Kanye shit, we can transition right into Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we left off with the Kyrie shit last time.
I mean, it thing got so crazy now that it looked like it's at a point of no return.
Really? Because I just read that they had a meeting with him today, and it sounded like he was good to go.
I heard that, though. That's the meeting with Adam Silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read that as well. I think I'm talking more so from a Knicks perspective or the Nets perspective. Did you see the list of things they asked him to do?
Yeah, how do you feel about
that? The most bullshit I've ever seen in my life. That shit is some bullshit. It is literally some bow down to us type shit.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Before I deep dive into it too much, I saw a clip on Nick Cannon's show, and it had the head of I want to say the ADL, Jewish Defamation League. And basically what he was saying was like, yo, if Kyrie's not anti-Semitic, why wouldn't he just say it in the interview when they asked him straight up, like, are you anti-Semitic? And he did dance around. I don't think he's anti-Semitic. I just feel like he's kind of a smart ass, and he like wants to be like, fuck you guys, I don't have to explain myself.
Right.
So I thought he had a big point there. It's like, yo, bro, you could just say, no, I'm not, and this would be over. And I thought Nick Cannon had a really good point to where he was like, yes, I know he's not, but that's not the point he made. He's like, I know for a fact he's not, but what they're doing with him, it seems like they're trying to make an example. I think he used the fucking the slave term. What's the slave term? Buck breaking.
Yeah.
Where it's you kind of take the dominant person, you make an example, and say, let watch them bow. And I agree with that as well. I think they're both in the wrong on this now.
Yeah. The list was apologize and condemn the movie, a $500K donation to anti-hate causes, sensitivity training, anti-Semitic training, meet with the ADL Jewish leaders, and also meet with the Nets owner to demonstrate understanding.
I just think this shit's so fucking stupid in general.
Why not cut them? This ain't the league's demands. This is the Nets' demands. Why not cut them?
You know they're sick of his shit. because they think like this is my shit with like Kyrie doesn't seem like he's, maybe I'm wrong, it doesn't seem like he's like the flashy blow my money guy. So like he's already made a great amount of money.
Great.
So I feel like he could retire if he wanted. And I do think he's kind of getting canceled a little bit for no reason, because I saw Nike paused his signature shoe as well.
Yeah. Said they're not dropping the Kyrie 8 this year. And removed it from the site.
Well, like, why not just say no when they ask you? This is what I don't get about, like, the movie shit. Let's be realistic. The movie's like 3 hours. Do you think Kyrie watched the whole fucking movie?
We know he didn't watch that whole shit.
He didn't watch the whole movie. So if you like go into the movie and research and you're like, all right, well, I like some facts on it. But oh shit, they're saying Jewish people made up the Holocaust to an extent. Mm-hmm. Oh, they exaggerated the numbers of the Jewish people that got killed in the Holocaust to create sympathy for their race. Like that. That's where you'd be like, all right, well, I don't agree with that. That's fucked up. No, I wasn't saying that. I just thought it was this. No, 100%. I don't feel like that at all. And it's like, all right, that's game over. Like, all right, now it's fine. Yeah, misunderstanding. Like, you don't have to like puff your chest out every time somebody calls you out for being wrong.
And honestly, I think this is a Kyrie thing, though. I don't even think he was doing that. How long have we known Kyrie to be the, as you put it, quote unquote, a smartass?
Well, that's the thing. Like that's like you don't have to be on every situation. Like some shit, black or white. Like you're like, do you hate Jewish people? No. Dumb question. No.
Yeah, and I think that's how he look at it. Like this is a dumbass question, and he answered it. What he'd say? I know who I am.
Yeah. But that's very like when you're tweeting out a link to a video that's saying the Jewish people made up the Holocaust, and then somebody says, "Yo, do you hate Jewish people?" And you go, "Well, I know who I am." Like that, no, dog. Sometimes you have to answer for some shit. Like if motherfucking Kevin Love tweeted out some shit that said slavery wasn't real, and maybe that was 2 minutes of a 3-hour John, and they go, "Yo, Kevin Love, like, you think slavery wasn't real?" And he goes, "I know who I am, dog. People know who I am." Like, no, you can't do that shit, dog. You can't.
Yeah, I think it could go both ways. I think there's a certain level of people that's like, y'all know he don't dislike Jewish people.
Yeah,
I that's like part of the thing. Like y'all really just trying to start shit, and it worked.
Yeah,
which is fucked up. But what you trying to start actually worked, caught some fucking steam, and that's another thing. It sucks that as an athlete or a famous person, whatever you want to call it, everything you put on the internet, you are held to that standard no matter what.
100%.
You could post fucking McDonald's and you must like everything. No, I just like the Egg McMuffin, bro. Or I post the documentary. Oh, you stand by every word, and nah, it might have been a minute that you seen, and you was like, "Oh, I can relate to that."
Bro, let that be.
I think that sucks. Answering the questions, I answer questions like that sometimes when people ask stupid shit. So I can relate to Kyrie in that because I feel like all this said the same shit. Like it's, I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to defend them. I think
it was like, all right, it's a simple question, and I feel I'm like sometimes I'm like, yo, like stupid questions don't deserve answers. But like when I tweet out a fucking movie that says the Holocaust was made up, obviously that's not why I watched the movie. That's what I took.
Apparently, that's not even a big part of the movie.
I'm not saying it is, but like once people read it and go, all right, that's part of it, and he tweeted it out. Like now I have to ask you the question, like, dog, do you support that? And then obviously you could be like, no, I wasn't. No, that's not what the fuck I tweeted out for. I just was watching some shit on the late night. You might not feel like you have to like explain that, but I'm sure to Jewish people they would like an answer.
And even to go back to Kanye, this shit kind of proving his point as well too.
Well, that's the shit, because there's no point to Kyrie's shit.
What you mean?
The
people in the documentary got offended. They offended certain people in the documentary.
You motherfuckers is crazy, dog.
I'm not dog. We need content. Anyway, certain people in the documentary was offended.
I'm not like, bro. I'm not even saying you.
Could you imagine if every time black people was offended by a documentary, and we out like? I don't know. I don't know.
I understand. I think black people like. I've had this conversation multiple times. I'm starting to think black people are more upset with the reaction than like the actual like thing.
It's not even the reaction. Be upset. y'all are derailing niggas.
Well, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
y'all like taking everything that people work for because they may have said something wrong or like something in a video. Like, damn.
But how fucking simple is it to just be like, yo, I'm not anti-Semitic when they ask you?
Okay, but then he put out the quote. He's
Well,
still
that's what
gonna
I'm
do all
saying.
this bullshit.
He did put his shit out, and that's why I agree with it.
But now he's still gotta do all this bullshit.
I don't think he has to though. But like, yeah, like once he put out his shit afterwards and was like, yo, I'm not anti-Semitic, blah blah. That should have been game over to me.
Yes.
That should have been game over.
But that's the thing, it's not.
Yeah, that should have, and that's why I think like
I gotta take classes. I gotta donate my own money.
You're not doing all that
I gotta reach people.
He already tried to donate 500,000 and they denied it.
What are we talking about? What are we?
I'm not trying to bash Kyrie because I think like Kyrie's just a knucklehead. He's just one of those guys that thinks like we all knew Kyrie. So like he's just one of those guys. Like he finds a cool conspiracy theory that he likes and he runs with it and he acts like it's fucking knowledge and next year I'll have a completely different one to go with. And that's fine.
One thing I hate is the people that was like, yeah, we don't take Kyrie serious. Ever since the flat earth shit, nobody was taking Kyrie serious. But now all of a sudden y'all taking him serious?
I mean, he got killed for the COVID shit last year.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
He got killed for the COVID shit.
So we just pile on this dude.
Well, I mean, in reality, Kyrie's getting hit like this because it's coming on the heels of Kanye.
But again, like I said, it's proven and Kanye point.
That if you're a fucking bigot, you get canceled? Yeah, I agree.
I guess.
You cannot be homophobic. You can't be anti-Semitic. You can't be sexist. You can be racist, but that's about it.
But there's no proof that Kyrie anti-Semitic.
I know, but that's why he's getting canceled, just because he wouldn't answer that.
But that's like sending somebody to jail for murder that you ain't got no proof. They was just at the party.
Yeah, but like
I posted I'm at the party, now I'm booked for murder.
Like I'm thinking
that's the perfect analogy. I posted I'm at the party, now I'm booked for murder.
All right, but look.
Damn, you supported everything that went on at the party.
If a motherfucker's interrogating you and you know they ask you like, yo, did you murder him? And all you have to say is no, and you're scot-free off, why not just say no?
He came out and said no though.
That's no words, but like that's the shit. Like motherfuckers only
came out and said no. He ain't say no, and when he got booked at bookings, he didn't say no. They put him in the county. He like, bro, I didn't do that shit. Like, all right, now that she getting real, I didn't do that shit. Like, let me go. Y'all trying to sentence me and shit. I wasn't there. I didn't do shit.
Kyrie's getting fucked. Honestly,
he's fucked up.
He's getting fucked. It was a stupid video to tweet out. None of that shit is new. Like the fucking Israelites on the corner say that shit all the fucking time.
They're on fucking Market Street out here.
That's like every time I get on a bike ride, I hear that same shit. So like that's nothing new.
You live in New York, you see it every day. They're screaming at white people, and they ain't paying them no damn mind.
I do think it's funny though because there's a way different reaction from black people and white people on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I genuinely just think a lot of it is because black people don't get any of this reaction when people are like racist.
It's not as derailing. Now, okay, if you doing some crazy shit like who was it last year? Myers Leonard?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what was this, some Nazi shit?
No, I think he called him the K word. I don't even know if you know what that is. But it would be the equivalent of the N-word for Jewish people.
Okay, well, yeah, he said that out.
He's out of here.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the white guys that got canceled for shit.
I'm not saying like the white guys get canceled for the anti-Semitic shit too. People don't play that shit. But I was more so saying white people don't necessarily get canceled when they do some racist shit. And I think that's why there's such an uproar with the canceling of Kanye and Kyrie. Because they're like, yeah, well, hold the fuck up. How come so-and-so didn't get canceled? Or he didn't get canceled. Morgan Wallen dropped the N-word and then his sales tripled.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand the frustration there, but at the same time, like, it's an easy fix here. If somebody asks you if you hate Jews and you don't hate them, just say, no, I don't hate them.
Because I think the even cornier part is, like, now, okay, what's next? Every owner, I don't know how many NBA owners are Jewish, but if there are any, and they happen, oh, well, Kyrie can't play in my arena. I'm not letting him play here. Or my
I always
airline, he can't fly with us.
I
Or,
don't even think that the Brooklyn Nets list is realistic. I didn't even think that was a realistic John.
but it's a real list. That's the shitty part.
NBA doesn't want to do that. And I think that's why Adam Silver like stepped in and had the meeting and shit. Because if they really want to play the like anti-Semitic, we don't do any bigotry shit, they're gonna have to start rifling down on a lot of their coaches, a lot of the different shit, all the domestic violence shit that goes on in the NBA, and really tighten the fuck up.
That's another point right there. Players can get disbarred from everything for saying some wild shit. When it comes to hitting women, why are they not taking it serious? What is this? What is the difference?
I got nothing. I do think Kyrie's a fucking goofy, but like, does he deserve to get canceled over this? No, I wouldn't say so at all.
Now, this is what I'm saying though. If he was flat out, oh fuck Jewish people, or I hate you, like if he was saying crazy shit like that, more power to y'all. Rock the fuck out, ban them from whatever. Do what y'all got to do. It's nothing here that says he's anti-Semitic. He posted a video. He didn't say this. Everything in here is word is bond. Like I just posted a video.
This thing though, where I don't have as many Jewish friends as I would like for this situation, because like when I see like some racist shit happen, I can lean on like my other friends, or like some sexist shit I can lean on. Like I don't have too many friends to really ask like, yo, do you guys even give a fuck about what's this shit over here? Like, is it really that big a deal?
Right.
I don't know.
I would love to ask it because I'm pretty sure it's people that's like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
No, I think
it's more so the people that have something to gain off of it. So if you have nothing to gain from the situation, 9 times out of 10, you don't give a fuck.
And I do see a lot of people making the correlation of like, oh, well, Brett Favre hasn't lost any sponsorships with his shit, and there's been more reports now with him doing some of his drug products, over exaggerating the results, and what's it called? He's still got his Wrangler and Nike sponsorship. You know,
stole tax dollars.
Brett Favre has not been committed to doing anything, and I think that's the big difference that's afforded to certain athletes and not. Is like Nike and Wrangler and all them will go, yeah, we'll sit back and see if he's guilty or not before we do this. But Kyrie can only be like, well, you know who I am, and then boom, everything's gone.
And certain athletes meaning what?
Twice.
Okay. Just clarity for the people.
Come on,
just clarity for the people.
Well, I was Kyrie. I go, you know the person I am, dog. You know the fucking person I am, dog.
Shit is crazy, man.
There's definitely a different. I mean, since we started this, white privilege hasn't been a taboo topic. So like we're all well aware of it. Is it right? No. Is it real? Yes. Right. But yeah, I think Brett Favre should have got canceled way before Kyrie got canceled for his vagueness on hate speech in comparison to committing an actual crime against people in poverty.
Yeah, I know. I guess we can wrap it up, but I know he's fed up with this whole, I guess, celebrity or in the spotlight lifestyle, because this shit gotta, like, this shit old at this point.
I don't agree with anything Kyrie's saying, but from his perspective, all the shit he said, every single, from Flat Earth up, I haven't agreed with a single fucking thing he said. Flat Earth, COVID, anything he said, I haven't agreed with. Right. From that same point of view, if I'm a basketball player and he does a lot of good, like I'm not saying he's a piece of shit at all. Like he's just a conspiracy. He's Teddy, you know. Like we all have conspiracy theory friends, dog. Like I don't have to agree with your conspiracy theory. It'll change. Like anybody that does that shit. But like if I was a basketball player and I gave to all the communities and charities as Kyrie, I would be really fed up with trying to explain that I'm a good guy to you guys because I don't give a fuck.
And like I said, I would have the same response as him. Man, I know who I am. Like y'all asking stupid shit now.
Well, it's the same guy that donated, I think, like $2 million to the WNBA. He's done so many different charities throughout his career.
And it doesn't get talked about.
He's not beating girls up. You know, he's not running around burners. Maybe he is, but not illegal. He's not getting jammed up on drugs or like none of that shit. So like I would be very irritated if I was him as well, but it's an easy fix, and I thought that statement he put out should have fixed it. So I don't know why we're still lingering.
And I mean, I to be on the Jewish side for a second, one of the better things that I've heard from their side was uh the hate speech isn't violence, but it leads to violence. And I guess this is the whole Nazi thing. And I guess if you build the thought up enough, it could turn into something. But
my shit, even with you saying like, yeah, like the Kanye and them saying that, doesn't that kind of prove their point? Is what I'm seeing on Twitter all the time is now everybody's saying, yo, isn't that true though? And that's the shit why you don't say shit like this.
But I don't think it's I get that point. I get the point of, okay, yeah, it's kind of scary when everybody looking at you like, oh, y'all running shit, blah blah. We need to overthrow y'all. I haven't heard anybody say we need to overthrow y'all. I just hear people say we need to get our shit together like them. The same way Jay-Z said it on the 444 album, they tried to come for him. He like, I'm actually giving y'all a fucking compliment. I'm not anti-Semitic. Like, it's been a couple people that had to deal with this shit. Hove dodged it somehow, but this shit looking like a bad situation. Hopefully,
I would say like some of this shit is overreactions, but you have to think that there's still people alive walking around with Holocaust tattoos.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
it's very recent.
Just like that, we'll say it's not real and all the other wild shit when it's literally people
walking around with numbers tattooed on them because they were in fucking prison camps.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's like, all right, Doug, that wasn't this far away. And any little sign we see of people starting to do that shit, we're going to nip it in the butt.
I respect that. I respect that. I think for me, to end the Kyrie situation, I wish he but if he would have said something more direct, all this is warranted. Posting a video, not answering a reporter's question because he already, what do you call reporters, peons a couple years ago? He doesn't fuck with reporters. Point blank, period. So, fucked up.
Fair enough. Free Kyrie. I honestly hope he comes back and he balls and he does this thing and everybody kind of like, it's, even I was going to speak to election, it's just, everything's so fucking divisive now, dog.
It is, for no reason.
So divisive.
For no reason.
It's like everybody is looking for a reason to be mad at the other group of whoever it is, whether it's fucking conservatives versus liberals, whites versus blacks, blacks versus Jews, Asians versus Hispanics, whoever the fuck it is. I don't even know if like any groups of races or minorities or religions get along anymore.
I mean, and it's fucked up because we say that and we're doing this podcast together, but you still can say shit like that. Like, damn, whoops, the people don't even fuck with each other when it's in our face that we obviously do, but in a grand scale, it's like, what the fuck is really going on? Like, and when did this shift happen?
And that's a good point to what you're saying, is because is it just so visible on social medias now that's the perception, or is that the reality?
And you want to say it's the perception because, like I said,
I think it's the reality.
You think it's the reality?
Yes.
You don't think it's the...
I think it's the reality. Simple off like midterm elections were yesterday, right? And it looks like it's pretty much a 50-50 split with Democrats and Republicans. And this year we were doing not just like gun control and shit like that, but we've got like abortion on the bills.
Gay rights and...
So we're going 50-50 split on that shit. And yeah, I think we are a little more divided than we thought, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't know when it happened. Because I mean, if we had Obama making progress, we got gay marriage, we get Obama.
Yeah,
he was on the up and up.
It's funny too because people don't remember when Obama was running. He wasn't necessarily a fan of gay marriage.
No. But like everybody though, you come around like, why do I even care?
And that's my shit to where I'm kind of thinking like, there was a good Joe Rogan had one of the dudes, Matt Walsh, on his shit I was watching the other day. But I think that's where it's like, maybe it's not divided or maybe it is, but like the 50-50 split is, I think it's just so hard, like left or right line on shit to where like, if somebody came out and ran or they had a party that was like, fuck, like gay marriage is cool, smoking pot is cool, own your fucking guns, let's call it a day.
Yeah.
They would win. Like most people don't really give a fuck about that shit.
Honestly, I do think those those people do exist. Those be like the third person that get like 4% of the votes, but because they don't have millions of dollars behind them and they're not getting pushed, I just don't think they're getting heard because I definitely think they exist. I just think they just don't have the machine behind them to promote them or get their name out there.
It's like, like, because most people are real. Like, if we're being realistic, most people are going, recreational weed should be fine. We don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have your guns. I don't care about your guns. We can argue about the AR-15s and like the extent of background checks and mental health checks and shit. But like, you want to have guns? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Gay marriage, we don't care about. Abortion, pretty much, we should all be able to get abortions. I think most people feel like that. You could argue the limit or time limit on it.
Right.
Be transparent with have transparency with the taxes, lower tax rates, like shit like that is pretty much an agreement. And even shit with like, I lean left. I don't think you should be giving fucking gender changing drugs to kids either too early. So like, I really think there's a common ground that we're missing here, but. Yeah, talking about the midterm elections, and we got to reel it in a little bit here.
Yeah, I honestly think the middle ground exists, but who wants to be in the middle? I guess at this point,
play the fence, get killed. Is that what it is?
Yeah, you better pick your fucking side, and I think that's where everybody is at this point. I mean, it looks like I didn't vote. I told y'all I'm done, but yeah, it's looking like the liberals is basically about to run away with shit because Gen Z is now able to vote. This is a lot of the first time they're been able to vote, and they're coming out heavy like we did when we could vote. So I mean, you see the way the world is going, which I think is in a positive place, but you just gotta get the few, I guess, quote unquote, bad apples out of the way.
Yeah, and I don't want to steal the Brilliant Idiots tagline, but like when we talk about this shit, we're not the most educated, so it's not.
No, fuck no.
It's just two guys chatting about fucking
bullshit.
Politics.
Fake. Don't take none of it serious.
Yeah, but I mean, take some of it serious.
Okay.
I think we're probably like the ideal like voters. I know you just said you didn't vote, but like we probably know just enough to like surface level.
I pay attention. I just ain't participating because it's
But to that point, like they were supposed to anticipate a break. They kept saying the red waves coming. Everybody was anticipating a big conservative move because inflation costs everything. It hasn't went that way. I believe Democrats are going to win the House. They already won the House, and then it's coming off to like 3 states to see who gets control of the Senate. And that would be interesting if Democrats have presidency, the Senate, and the House.
That's going to be scary for the red guys.
Well, that's where Joe Biden needs to start coming through on a lot more as fucking.
I think he's gonna come in fire.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come in.
What he got? A year left?
I think it's 2 years.
Probably about to go crazy. He about to go crazy.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, Gen Z. Yeah, I mean, here's where I'm getting lost at with the politics and shit. Like Dr. Oz lost to Fetterman in Pennsylvania. He's still got almost 50% of the votes. Like you think he got like 47% of the vote. It's Dr. fucking Oz, dog.
Yeah, what is going on?
It's Dr. Oz.
What is going on?
It's Dr. fucking Oz. Like the motherfucker that just said abortion should be between a girl, her doctor, and her local politician.
Honestly, I think that alone lost him the fucking the election for him. I think that bar lost that shit. That's if you feel that way. That is the dumbest shit to say in public.
Like it's
the dumbest shit to say in public.
And this is a testament to how bad like the candidates are now. Is Dr. Oz got 47%. Fetterman isn't a great candidate either, dog. No. Like this fella just had a stroke and he wears a Dickie set.
Yeah.
Like Gil, like
hoodie. I was like, oh shit.
Like dog. Like it's like this motherfucker has a stroke and he's mumble throwing his shit. And he seems like a nice guy, whatever, but like even I was saying at a cookout, like he had a tattoo for every like person that got murdered in the little city he was a mayor at.
Damn.
That shit doesn't like rile me up.
It riles somebody up.
That doesn't rile me up. Like, oh, you got a tattoo to remind, because that's corny to me. Like that type shit is corny to me.
I ain't mad at that.
This shit is wild.
I ain't mad at that. I didn't even know you had that. I'm not mad at that.
You got 13 tattoos. I think it's a date for every time somebody lost a life to gun violence. And
damn. I'm not mad at that. I mean, to me, I don't know if it was if it's genuine. I feel like it shows a
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
amount of compassion and like, damn, like I really feel a way to the point where I'm not even a politician, but I'm gonna run. I don't got the most money, but fuck it. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to change some shit. And if he actually changes some shit, I think it's a success.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe I'm just looking at it as like some dick eating shit, and I guess, like, yeah, like I guess like when motherfuckers really get killed, that like you just don't like that type shit is weird. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? But yeah, good intentions, sure. But I would say the stroke really kind of took him out of it, or would have. But yeah, he's got some big promises, so hopefully he comes through.
And it's the whole PA.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, he beat out all the Democrats?
Nah, Fetterman's Democrat. Oh,
no,
yeah.
He beat out all of them. Like, shit, he had to be talking some shit. I did see Obama on stage with him, so
yeah, people like
him backing.
Yeah, people like Fetterman.
Damn.
They really do. I just like that stroke shit is. That's my same critique with Joe Biden. He's too old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and then when you go down to Georgia, and Herschel Walker's about to do a runoff, it's Herschel fucking Walker.
Yeah, that was kind of sad to see.
What are we doing here?
When I seen him debating the other guy, and he was talking some bull shit. I was high on pain meds when I seen the video, and I still knew he was talking bullshit. Like, what the fuck is going on
here? It's Herschel Walker. He sounds crazy.
Herschel fucking Walker. Did y'all know what CTE is? He was a running back, leading with his head. Watch Herschel Walker highlights.
Yeah, a walking example. He was a fullback when he came in. Dog, like, what are we talking about? Like, it's just weird. Like, politics suck now, man. They do.
They do. It always did. There's seriousness. It's all like a sitcom, and maybe it's because we're getting older, and maybe we seeing it for what it is. Up to the presidency, it's like this shit looks goofy, and I don't want to be a part of none of that shit.
I think that's where the conservatives might have fucked up this time around is they banked on people like, I guess it's working out for Walker, but like Oz, and it's more so the star power than it is like the best candidate. Because DeSantis and Rubio crushed Florida.
Yeah.
It looks like, dude, I'm telling you, from the conservatives I talked to, DeSantis and that'll be an interesting breakdown for Trump, because I think Trump either announced or is going to announce he's going for 2024. Who runs for the Republicans? Because DeSantis has a hell of a push right now, I think.
Yeah. Again, I think that's up in the air. I'm pretty sure it'll be DeSantis, Trump, and somebody we don't know at this moment. Because it's always some dark horse that comes out. Who knows who it is? Did you see Texas? How Beto O'Rourke didn't get it after
again?
It was crazy how he approached with the Uvalde shooting, and they said Uvalde still voted red.
It's Texas.
That's crazy, yo.
It's Texas. Like, some states just aren't
insane.
Blue. Some states aren't going blue. Well, even with that, and I saw an interesting stat that said, because I know Miami went red this year.
What?
Yeah, there's a huge stat on Hispanics go conservative now.
Yeah, I did read that with Trump.
Yeah, which is crazy because like I don't. Once again, I don't have that many Hispanic friends, so I don't know how they feel about the whole like border policy and shit. Like, them motherfuckers feel like, yo, like I'm here already, and I got here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what are they saying? Get them out? Like, I don't get it.
Like, yeah, fuck it. I got here, and I got here right. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's that.
I don't really know how that works, and that's just with the Mexicans. I don't know how the Cubans and all that shit works. But yeah, very interesting this year. So we'll see.
Politics back in our lives.
Fucking politics.
You paying $8 to be verified on Twitter?
No.
Elon Musk officially bought Twitter, so I guess he's charging an $8 fee to be officially verified, and no, I guess, parody or spam accounts of you can exist if you have this.
Swag.
And you have to put parody in your bio to let everybody know that it's not the person, or you will be deleted. Elon Musk buys Twitter. Do we care?
Here's my thoughts on that shit. And this is where I'm going back to it's so divisive is like there's not black and white like how shit is. Like Elon Musk bought Twitter, and the first thing that came out was like huge layoffs coming. He's just throwing people out, and then he tweets out, "Yo, I'm giving them double the severance pay that's required by California law.
Damn.
And we're not turning a profit. We're losing money every single day." What the fuck? Yo, Twitter's not a charity, dog.
Right.
Twitter's not a charity. If he bought that business and he's giving that's love. He's giving them double severance pay, then good for fucking him. He can run it however he wants to. And guess what? If you don't like Twitter, get the fuck off. Just like we were saying that back when Trump was wilding on it. If you don't like it, get the fuck off. He owns it. He can run the company how he wants.
And there's nothing new to a CEO coming in and firing everybody.
No.
When a coach in the NFL gets fired, they fire everybody. When you take over a business, you bring your own people.
Well, in the corporate world, when a new CFO comes or CEO comes, the first thing to do is gut the unnecessary revenue. That's the first thing you do. This isn't new. That's why I hate when people report shit that know better. Because you know this is how it works. Especially if they're in the fucking red every day.
Right.
They're losing money every day and think he's not going to say, all right, we need to trim this.
Right.
That's exactly how the fuck it works. So, the verification shit I don't give a fuck about. But yeah, I mean, that the first report I saw, I said, that's stupid. Yeah. That makes sense. He 100% can do that if he wants to.
Yeah, definitely not mad at Elon. Get your money. Just keep Twitter cool because Twitter is still pretty cool for what it is. Just no, it ain't the
number one news source.
Yeah. For what it is, Twitter does its job. Just don't fuck it up. Shout out to Elon.
Yeah, shout out to Elon. Brittney Griner got transferred to a Russian work camp, and nobody knows. Her lawyers don't know her location. I know we talked about this a million times. Come on, dog. We gotta do something, dog. Jesus.
Yo, have you ever looked up a Russian penal colony?
I'm sure it's fucking trash.
They are fucked up, and people go missing from them Jones all the time.
She's a fucking 6'11" black lady. It's not safe.
Trigger warning. They say people get raped, tortured, beat up, bodyguards doing whatever to these people. They walking around hungry. Hopefully that's not the situation she walks into, but this shit looking scary for her. I'm not gonna lie. Joe Biden did come out today and say he's gonna do everything in his power to get her back. But at this point, it's looking a little late.
We should be assuming that she's getting tortured over there right now.
For sure, they're doing the worst shit to her. She might not come back the same person she went over as. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if she comes back and still plays basketball or anything like that. It's been a year.
No.
It's been a year.
She's gonna come back probably with horror stories.
Yeah, not being sensitive here. Will be a little rude, but whenever she drops her autobiography or whatever it is, that's gonna be very this is assuming that she comes home safe. That's gonna be a very interesting read to hear what.
I'm thinking if she makes it back at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she comes home safe and healthy, that'll be a very interesting story that she'll have to tell. But it's scary what they're doing to her, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I definitely don't like to talk death in the situations, but that's what it's looking like. Sadly, in this case, she might die over there.
She might.
That doesn't feel like it's a stretch to say, and it's.
I'll be 100% honest with you too. We were talking about mental health earlier. I salute to Brittney Griner, because if I was in that same spot 10 years over there, I'm a celebrity. She's probably going through hell. Would have been game over for me by now, dog.
No contact with nobody you know and love.
Game over.
At least over here, you go to jail, you can still talk to somebody.
You're on JPEG, you'll be fine.
You over there, it's I don't even know y'all fucking language.
Don't even know where she is, dog.
What the fuck does that even mean? Sad, man. I feel bad for Brittney Griner. Yeah. Man, that sucks over some bullshit. Again, over some bullshit.
It's bullshit. And that's some of my buddies I know will say yeah, well she did the crime. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. Motherfuckers is such a loser sometimes. I don't even respond. I'm dog, shut the what are you talking about, dog?
If anything, just deport her, honestly.
That's all. Motherfuckers be so quick that she did the crime, be the same ones drug as shit driving around doing dumb shit. Shut up.
We'll give you 15 years for that shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Let's go on hard hitting topics so we can wrap it up before
All right.
2 hours. The baby, is he done? Is his career done? The news reports showed this year this week that he had a concert coming up and they're doing a buy one get one.
The best way I heard it, I forget what podcast I listened to. It might have been Joe Budden. It might have been Roy Mal, but they said I don't think anybody's boycotting the baby. I think we're just tired of the baby.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what it is. Like, you had your run, you was popping. Everybody said you was rapping the same. You said you wasn't changing. Then everybody was just like, all right, cool. Do your thing. You still the baby. You can rap. We know that. But, yeah, we good. We got what we needed.
Yeah, I mean, this is the shit here. Is the reality of it is rappers only have like a 4 or 5 year run most of them.
Yeah.
Anything like, if Lil Yachty was doing an arena concert, he'd be doing a buy one get one too.
Yeah.
Like, rappers only have a 4 or 5 year run.
I don't even know if at this point the baby gives a fuck. I'm pretty sure he made enough money to set himself up to open however many businesses.
He put a video out today, and it was in front of all his Lambo trucks and shit, and him falling over saying, somebody help, I fell off. So I'm sure he made enough money and he's fine, and that's cool. And yeah, it's just funny. He did fall fast as shit, and I think a lot of people are coming to that. He was saying the anti-gay shit and blah, blah. I don't think none of that shit has anything to do with it.
I won't say it has nothing to do with it. I feel like it does play a part because that was the first, like, oh, get him the fuck out of here. Then he had a little comeback. Then, I mean, just like a lot of rappers, honestly, you start seeing antics and you start noticing characteristics as these guys get bigger because you always fuck with a rapper when they first come in the game, and then when you see what they're about, you like, I really don't like this dude, or I really don't like what she about, and you just veer off, and all right, I'm not listening to that person anymore. And I feel like that's what happened to the baby.
I mean, he was super successful for 4 or 5 years. That's a good run for a rapper.
Oh, he had a great run. Shout out to the baby.
That's a good run for a rapper. So even if he can just,
he's good.
Yeah, like even if he can do fucking 10,000 people shows for the rest of his life, congrats. 5,000 people shows, like whatever it is, but like, yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah,
you said you didn't listen, but Drake and 21 Savage dropped.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason you didn't listen?
For me, music always been I need a reason to play it type of situation. Like, I've been in the house doing my own thing. I ain't really got the capacity in my mind right now to listen to a 21 Drake album. I'm definitely gonna listen to it because I do want to hear what it's about. But I'm not the type to just sit in the house with a fucking torn Achilles listening to Drake and 21 Savage. Probably watch a movie and shit before then. But the second I get out the door and get in the fucking car and I'm driving around myself, I'm gonna throw that shit on. That's probably the first album I'm gonna play when I get in the car.
Yeah, it's funny. One of my buddies texted me like the day, or like 3 days after it dropped. He was like, "Yeah, what do you think? I heard it was good." I'm like, "Bro, I really haven't took like a road trip in a couple of days, so I haven't listened."
Yeah.
I have listened now though. It's good. It's a good album.
Yeah. Who outshine who? What you think?
It's a Drake dominated album.
Okay.
Damn. I think the statistics said that Drake talked on 62% of the lyrics, and 21 was 24. So it's literally dominated by Drake.
Features?
They got some features. Your boy Travis Scott's on a song.
Nice.
Yeah, they got some features.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's a good album. Drake caught some slack because he said a few different lines. One of them was about Meg Thee Stallion. He said it wasn't. Or Lil Yachty, I guess, said it wasn't. Was something along the lines of she lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion.
I did see that. And they said he was talking about butt shots.
Yeah, they said it was about butt shots and it was just wordplay. Even with them, that's corny of him to do. I'm very curious on all these rappers that have like kind of took the 180 and started supporting Tory again. When this court case gets wrapped up and they do say he shot her, is like what happens then?
Yeah, because she's standing on he shot her. She's standing on that shit.
Her and her lawyer are saying, "Yeah, when this court case is wrapped and the details are revealed, it's going to be evident that he shot her."
Yeah, so I feel like they'll fall back as they should though. Like, okay, we thought he was innocent. He said he was. We seen the little dumbass shit come out, said his fingerprints wasn't on the gun. All right, And then you get the real information, just like we was talking about earlier. Once the real information come out, then you can assess it and be like, oh shit, okay, I need to take a step back.
And then he had another song where it was like she tries to rap, but she looks good on mute or sounds good on mute, and they said it was talking about Ice Spice. I don't really give a fuck about any of that shit, honestly.
Yeah, I did see Ice Spice responded to that shit.
At least that's the way you should take it.
Yeah,
100%,
yeah.
that's the way you should.
Yeah, you popping. You getting 15,000 a show. You just started rapping.
What else? If you have anything else,
I
got one more.
Really? I guess it's random, but it's. Go ahead. What was yours?
I was gonna say, so 21 Savage after the album dropped said that he would beat everyone else on his double XL cover in the verses.
Who was on the list?
I'm about to look it up so I can read it out. But off the top of my head, Kodak Black, Lil Dicky, I know, G Herbo, Lil Uzi. All right, here I got it now.
Shit,
Anderson .Paak, 21 Savage, Kodak Black, Lil Uzi, Davies, Lil Dicky, Designer, Denzel Curry, G Herbo, and Lil Yachty.
I don't know. Savage might got that.
Buddy, I like 21 Savage as much as the next guy, maybe a little bit more. He's not beating Lil Uzi.
Why?
He's not beating Kodak Black, dog. You know Kodak's my guy. He's not beating Kodak Black, dog.
I'm looking at Savage shit, man.
Not beating Kodak Black, bro. I promise you that. He is not beating Kodak Black, dog. We might have to do a battle. It's not even close. I would say Kodak's fucking washing him. And the G Herbo fans have an argument as well.
I honestly think 21 or Paak.
It's Kodak, bro. It's not even close.
21 Anderson .Paak or Kodak?
Kodak, and it's not even close, bro.
Kodak beats everybody.
It's Kodak, and it's not even close. It was easily maybe if he had a longer run. I mean, look, you're looking at the Kodak John with Bruno Mars and Gucci hit, Tunnel Vision hit, ZZ hit, No Flockin' hit, Super Gremlin hit, Transportin' hit, A Boogie Drowning hit, bro. I'm not Lockjaw hit. Come on, dog. I'm just going through randoms. These aren't even by views. He's not. Come on.
You do the same thing for 21 Savage, though.
No, bro. These are hits.
But you saying 21 Savage don't got hits?
Yeah, he's got hits. He's not beating Kodak, though. He's not beating Kodak, bro.
I don't think it's that easy to say.
No, 100% is.
What?
100% is.
Rockstar, Post Malone. A lot. Are we counting Ric Flair drip?
That's a good song.
Bank Account. No Heart. X with Future. I don't know who wants Smoke to join with him and Wick and Dirk and Herb.
I'm looking at.
I don't know, man. He got a lot of shit.
That's not a chance. We'll see. That'll be for Instagram. I think you can make an argument for Uzi. You can make an argument for G Herbo. Yeah. I'm sure there's some white college fans that could make an argument for Lil Dicky.
Like I said, Anderson .Paak. He just got that album with Bruno Mars.
You did. I love Anderson too.
Yeah, he can rap.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess you should feel like that though. He's in contention.
Yeah, he is. He's not getting. I don't think he's getting blown out. I think it'll be depending on who you listen, who is listening. I guess
he's probably my number 2. If I had probably Kodak, 21, Uzi, Herbo. If they were doing a versus, swap Uzi and Herbo for me. If it's just regular discography I listen to.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm a big Uzi fan, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one. I would like to see it.
Random thoughts?
I wanted to get this in on top of the. I forgot about it when we was talking about the murder. So this is not my random thought about to come. But did you see that show 50 produced? That shit came out. The murder, hip hop murders.
I think I watched one episode.
Only one came out. The Pop Smoke one. Did you see it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh man, great series. 50 is killing this shit with these shows. I don't like murder mysteries. I don't like murder docs. Hate all them investigative shows. They all redundant to me. I guess it's the first time it's like something I'm interested in, and it's rappers. So I'm like, damn, this shit is actually good. I ain't gonna spoil it. Go watch that shit. It's on YouTube. If you don't got cable or WeTV, that shit right on YouTube.
Love to hear it. I mean, I've said it once. I'll say it again. There's not many people career-wise I respect more than 50 Cent.
50 is going crazy, and he's involved in the first episode. So just showing his commitment, like this is why this case is why I did the damn show. I'm
There's
like,
maybe one show I can think that he's been on that I would say didn't hit, and that was 50 Central, where he did the comedy skit shit.
I don't even remember that, so it had to be bad.
I
fuck with 50.
It was only one season. It was like a comedy skit shit, and it was whack. But that, I mean, shit, Power, For Life, Raising Kanan, BMF shit, this one, and obviously his music and his movies. Man, he's a guy, man.
I ain't gonna lie, this one is crazy, and 50 got everybody to come out for these episodes, so I respect.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as we turn this off. Then
fire. But random thoughts. Was the $1.9 billion lotto draw a scam?
I told you, motherfuckers better take that yearly. I'm trying to tell you.
Wow, that don't even matter. Did you see what happened?
They took where they was like,
yeah, this shit fucked up. And then all of a sudden, somebody from California wins.
Yeah, California held it up, and then all of a sudden, that was a little iffy.
That was some weird shit.
That was a little iffy.
Like, yo, where the numbers? Where the numbers at, yo?
That was a little iffy. Because there must have been something fishy there.
The most all time, and it happens on this one.
Yeah,
like this will happen on the little $45 million jackpot. It happened on the 1.9 billion that everybody in the world and their mom want. Come on, bro.
Yeah, there had to be something a little fishy there.
Yeah, it was a little scam, man. We're gonna get a doc in about 5 years what happened, but it was a little fucked up on the random thought. Even if you know you're not gonna win that shit, you at least want to see the numbers being pulled.
Yeah, that whole delayed John was a little iffy. For sure. I didn't know what you was talking about, but yeah, 100%. Yeah, someone's a little fishy there, for sure.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
I'm starting therapy next week.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Starting therapy next week.
Exciting, man.
Yeah, so Flock will be pumped up about it.
Damn.
Hopefully I don't know too much for the therapist.
Dropped a bomb on episode 100.
Yeah, I was cracking up because they asked him what my boss had told me. He was like, yeah, bro, we were talking about something. I said, yeah, never been. He said, oh, we get it for free at work. I said, oh, shit, for real? He's like, yeah, I'll send you the link. So I looked at the link, I set it up, and they called me and I was like, so what do you want? Like a specialist in anxiety, grief, trauma, or depression? And I was like, all three. And they were like, they were like, what do you mean? I'm like, all three, baby. All three.
Right.
Yeah, so I gotta pick my person tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do it. Shit, I'll probably do it before our next episode.
Oh shit. Nah, man. That's congrats, man.
Right.
I don't know what to say. How do you? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Do you feel like it's a proud of me situation? I don't know.
No, honestly, it's
about a year, some change.
Yeah, just time to do it. It's also funny because I think the stigma comes with therapy is like it was just time to do it just because I'm in such a good spot now. You know, like but it's just like, man, everything's kind of going well. I'm not depressed. My anxiety's where it's always been, so it's not going crazy. But like, hey, like saving time's coming, all this different shit. And I think a lot of people, I was talking to somebody about this, and they were like, what do you think, like, why they won't go to therapy? We were talking about somebody specific. And they were like, why do you think they won't go to therapy? And I was like, well, a lot of people think, like, that's the end-all, be-all. So, like, if you're super fucked up, and you're like, yo, I need to go to therapy because I'm so fucked up, this has to fix me. Well, the fear is, well, if I go to therapy and it doesn't work, then what?
Yeah, I never looked at it like that. If that's somebody's mindset, that's kind of fucked up. If you think that's the
like I'm at the bottom of the barrel, this is my last resort, and now it doesn't work.
That's fucked up.
It's a bad spot to be in. So I always wanted to wait until I felt like I was in a wonderful spot, and I am now. So I'm like, oh, it'll be an interesting experience.
Yeah. Yeah. You talked about it for a minute.
Hopefully I play it right, and then we can get my therapist on here.
I'll be fire.
That would be sick.
Maybe she could give me him or her could give me a
I
session.
was gonna say, you think if you were gonna go to therapy, would you rather go to a girl or to a guy?
I don't think I would mind. I think I'm too picky though, so I'll probably run through like 3 therapists on my first 3 tries.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, yeah, I didn't fuck with him. She was all right, but I gotta see at least one more person.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna go back to her.
Yeah, I think
like that.
I think I'm gonna start with a girl and then try a guy if the girl doesn't work.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, random thoughts. Episode 100 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Busy episode.
All right, man. Till next time.